Alright, so today we're going to do a quick review on the Sony STR-DH790 receiver, which I have hooked up to my 5.1 system right here. There's the three front speakers, then here is the rear speaker, and then here is the other rear speaker right there. I've had this receiver for about 3 months now, and I've been using it for music, movie watching, TV show watching, all different kinds of stuff. And yeah, I thought I'd do a little review on it, so without further ado, let's get started. Now this is a 7.2 channel receiver, which means you can have a total of 7 surround speakers or 5 surround speakers and 2 overhead speakers. And you can have a total of 2 subwoofers, but you don't have to have 2. You can just have 1 if you wanted. But obviously it supports everything under that. And also this receiver supports Dolby Atmos, which means you can have height speakers, as I said before. Ignore the light, that's just for the better lighting on that side of receiver. But yeah, you can have height channels, which means you can have speakers in your ceiling, or you can have Atmos speakers that sit on top of your main left and right speakers right here. Either one is the same thing, just in a different location, which that's really cool for this receiver to support Atmos. Although keep in mind, you can't do a 7-channel surround sound system with Atmos. You would need a 9-channel receiver to do that. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you want to have Atmos speakers, you need to do a 5-channel system. It also supports, Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, and then 4K HDR pass-through on your TV and on all your different kinds of consoles like your PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. But this receiver also has Bluetooth, which is cool. You can enable that on the menu right there, as you can see. Then we have our input selector right here, where you can select all your different inputs and all sorts of different modes right here, like a movie mode, music mode, night mode, 2-channel audio or multi-channel audio mode. And then we have our tuning buttons right here for when you're tuning your FM radio, which this has built in. And now this receiver also has a cool feature called audio calibration, which is where you plug in this microphone, which it comes with, into the audio jack there on the front of the receiver. When you plug that in, it's going to prompt you to do a audio calibration when you're setting up the speakers in the main menu. And when you do the audio calibration, what it does is it makes sure that all the speakers in your room are playing at the correct volume, and it sets the distance from the speaker to your main listening position automatically, which makes it really simple to set up these speakers. There's pretty much no process to it. It sets everything for you. So yeah, by the way, the main menu is super simple. There's nothing special about it. It's got everything you need and nothing that you don't. When you get everything set up, you're pretty much never going to go back to this menu anyway, once you get everything set up. So yeah, and that's all of the main features for this AV receiver right here. Now in terms of how it sounds just absolutely amazing. It has very little hiss when you turn the volume up really high, which is really nice. And just in general, it sounds very, very good. And it's got plenty of power for my home cinema system right here. And yeah, it's got 145 watts per channel. So just make sure that the speakers that you're getting are under 145 watts, or even it could even be a little bit over, and your speakers are still going to sound good. Just make sure that it's not like way over 145 watts. And now in terms of how you connect this thing to your TV, you're going to use just the HDMI port on the back right here. I can't pull it out any further because these cables are pinched, and if I pull it out further, it's going to pull the cables out. But there are 4 HDMI ports right here, and then there's a 5th one right here that is labeled TV. Just use that one. And when you plug it into your TV, make sure you use an HDMI eARC input. And that is all that you got to do to connect it to your TV. Just one HDMI cord, and that's it. So that's really cool. And yeah, by the way, I totally forgot to talk about the remote right here, but it's a remote. It's a very basic remote. It's got all your controls on it. You pretty much never need to use the buttons on the front of the receiver right here, because the remote has all the same controls on it. So yeah, I mean, it's got everything you need on it. Volume adjust, and you can switch between the different modes up here, as you can see, and just all your different input selections up there. So yeah, very nice remote. And yeah, it does come with the batteries for it as well. But yeah, I'm extremely happy with this receiver, and I would highly recommend you pick it up if you're looking for a good 7-channel receiver that doesn't break the bank, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I appreciate you watching this video, and take it easy.